Hello, welcome back. I'm Sophie if you don't know me, and today I am surrounded by various dried goods that I plan to hang up around my house for Samhain and just to celebrate the changing of the seasons, the autumn time, and to make my house cozy as it gets darker and colder outside. So, if you're unfamiliar, Samhain is the pagan slash Wiccan holiday that Halloween is derived from. It's when the veil between the living and the dead is thin slash lifted, depending on how you view it. And it's a really great time to take care of your hearth, to celebrate the harvest, to eat meat, to offer up fruits and vegetables and goods from your summer season, and to just celebrate the changing of the season. I'm currently working on a garland of sorts of the dried fruits that I've dried with my dehydrator, as well as some cinnamon that I picked up at my local co-op. And mind you, you should look into like your neighborhood co-op if there are any, because this was my first time going to this particular location and it was so small, but it was so reminiscent of like a little grocery store in Europe, except for even better because they clearly take such pride and such care in the space itself, and it's such a community in there. Like everybody was so friendly, and because they were in a transitory period, they had informed me upon walking in that everything was on sale, and even if it was on sale you can add an extra 50% off to that. So I got all of this cinnamon for simmer pots and whatever it is I want to do with it, and obviously for my garlands. And then I also got cloves and several other things. I think I got like vanilla extract and pumpkin puree and all of that good stuff. So great. If you check out your local co-op, I will give you a high five because it's really, really great for the community to support places like that where it's all owned by the community and run by the community. I wish that there was a place like that closer to my house that I could afford, because I would absolutely join the ownership membership thing that you do when you're a part of a co-op. Anyways, this video serves as a kind of chill check-in video as I do this stuff with my hands, because I wanted to share a few things about my trip to Japan and things that I've been just kind of thinking about lately. One, if you are like me and you want to expand your vocabulary and develop your lexicon, especially if you are a reader and want to have a wider scope of literature to choose from that you aren't daunted to read, I would suggest getting the vocab app. I will insert it like over here. It is this amazing app. It is worth the subscription. It's like $2 or something like that. They basically provide you with a dictionary full of words. You can take a quiz to familiarize them with what your goals are and what you're interested in doing and how you plan to shape your lexicon. It's honestly been such a great tool, especially because I'm currently reading Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and this book was basically, I feel like the app was built on the vocabulary contained in this book, because there have been countless times where I'll be reading something and there will be a strange word like meretricious or I mean, insipid is less strange, but you get the point. There will be strange words that appear, and of course, it's in the basic list of words that this app is teaching me right now. So it's just paired well. I highly recommend, I guess, both Jane Eyre and the vocab app. Second pointer, I got back from Japan 6 days ago, and I'm incredibly lagged. I'm very sleepy still. Very grateful to be back, although I am sad to have left that country. I definitely miss it, and I can't wait to go back and to travel again. I'm already planning my next trip with my sister, and I think I'm also going to be going somewhere in the world with my sweet boy, Sammy. Where? I'm not sure. I think with my sister, we're thinking about going to Ireland next, just because after this trip, we were pretty set on either going somewhere with topographical interest, like Banff National Park in Alberta, or something like that, or to go back to Europe because we're both big fans of just the lifestyle in Europe. Obviously, France is a particular favorite of mine, but we were hoping to go somewhere new. So Ireland, I think, is our top choice right now, but we're not sure. Anyways, I came back from Japan 6 days ago. It was an incredible trip. The people are so kind there. The food is great. My sister and I only got into like a few sister squabbles. One of those times I did, kind of like my trip in France, I did walk away, and we ended up having to figure out how to get home independently, which actually was needed, and I'm glad we did that because it gave us both an opportunity to cool off and figure our shit out. But overall, phenomenal trip. Really hot, hard to exist in if you aren't used to that, and I know I am not used to that. So that was definitely a struggle, but still incredibly worth it. I loved the entire trip, and I miss it dearly. Other things, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm celebrating Samhain, which is the Wiccan slash pagan celebration to note the coming of darker days. It's technically the Wiccan slash pagan New Year, or the end of the Sabbath wheel, and I am celebrating this season of life with my hands as much as I can, making things, being creative, and especially more than anything, this has been a theme in my life, is not celebrating because capitalism has excited me, which I'm not blaming myself or anyone who has experienced this, but I've felt the weight of capitalism and how it impacts people and drives our decisions, and how it changes the way we spend our money and things like that. I've considered that deeply and regularly, and it's something that really freaks me out, that when I was younger, especially when I would get so excited about the holidays, it was likely because we were being pushed all of this information. You'd see the Halloween decorations coming out 3 months before Halloween, and same goes for Yule slash Christmas and Easter and Valentine's Day, and every holiday in some way is shoved down your throat to buy this and develop this new wardrobe and drop your money here and here and here. And that does nothing for anybody but the people who are playing with our puppet strings and telling us to go here and here so that their pockets are more full of cash. And that thought inspires me daily to rethink the way I celebrate the seasons and observe observe the changing of our planet. And for me, how I'm doing that is coming up with activities to repurpose what I already have, to use in season fruits and vegetables if I am going to buy something, to buy them locally, to buy them handmade, to buy them secondhand. And currently, my fixation has been drawing everything and displaying it in various ways. Because a big part of Samhain too is offering up your your hearth and your harvest to the deceased, to the past, and to welcome in this changing of the season, the darker days, the cold, but also this shifting of mindset of almost hibernation. And I'm not well scripted when it comes to all of this. I'm still I know what it all means for me, but I'm not speaking for the Wiccan or pagan community when I say all of this. It's just what I have perceived and experienced and how I mostly see these things and what I understand the general traditions and rites are. But so this is what my little garland is currently looking like. She's so cute. She smells amazing. Said I'm going to finish doing my garlands and then I'll show you what they look like hung up in my other wall hanging thing that I did or window hanging that I did. I'll show you my little simmer pot and I'll put a little recipe there, and I think then we'll call it a day. So I'm gonna keep doing this and I'll see you in a bit. And from afar, bit tea. And last but not least, we have our beautiful simmer pot. Got orange and cinnamon, stick and ground. We have some rosemary from my garden, some organic vanilla extract, and some cloves. I've recorded this video so many goddamn times, at least the closing portion of it, because it is so incredibly awkward to record to a camera. Farewell. So I'm just going to leave it with thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Look forward to the next one and for a new vocab word to learn in my next video. I appreciate you all. My cramps fucking suck. They are destroying me from the inside out. And that's all. Happy Thursday. Bye.